Can you tell me what's the best thing to look at on the YouTube studio? You know, the analytics you can look at. It's not views and subscribers. It's not the CTR. And it's not the retention. It's none of these things and nothing that's fucking on there, because looking at the YouTube studio when you are an educational content creator is a complete waste of time, and this includes even looking at comments that you get on your content. In this video, I'm going to tell you the brutal reasons why you shouldn't even read the comments that you get on your YouTube channel or on your Instagram profile. The first reason is because you can lose yourself, your personal life, to the comments. So my story was, I started on YouTube about 5 years ago, and I am like this big dick energy, arrogant, aggressive motherfucker. And I'm what's called like red pilled, which basically means you're more on the side of being like the winner, the alpha, the leader, rather than the beta, the loser, the nice guy. And naturally, when you are more like a guy like me, you fuck more. It's just that simple. 1 year or so into me posting videos, I remember I got a comment from someone who was like a part of like my Discord community. And he commented something like, oh, like Hamza, like, he basically disagreed with my philosophy, and he almost gaslit it to say like, fucking and having sex isn't the most important thing in life, where I had never said it was the most important thing, but he kind of wrote it in that way. But either way, I read the comments, and because I wanted to be like, those like nice YouTubers who kind of look at comments and they act really mature and they take it on board, I started to really think about it and address this comment and reply to it and make like videos about it. And that was like the starting point for the next 1 or 2 years, where my personality began to change based from these comments that I was getting. So I went from like being who I really was, what was my truth in life, like, yep, that was me, to changing myself based on what I thought would get me positive comments and more widely accepted by the viewers. Around 2 years after that point, I look back to this point, so 2023, I found myself being what's called, the blue pill, fucking a bit more of this beta, wholesome, fucking authentic, self-deprecating motherfucker. And like talking about like marriage and shit like that, which for me is a fucking, my own values is like, I'm not gonna get married. I think marriage is fucking retarded. For me personally. For you, okay, awesome, whatever, we can disagree, whatever, but that was my values, right? But sometime in like 2023, after about 2 years of getting that comment and, like kind of like every other thing that was leading to it, I found myself presenting me in my content as this good husband kind of guy, when that's never been me. That's never been the real me. But I was acting like that because I thought it would make people like me, and not really like me. I don't give a shit about that, but like basically I thought it'd grow my business. And it was the same thing from people who would comment telling me to be more humble. So I speak in this proper aggressive, like, I speak like a fucking modern day leader. I tell you what to do, because if you follow what I say, you will get results. I started getting tons of comments from people saying you should be more humble, and you're too arrogant, and this and this and this. And again, because I wanted to appeal to the viewers, I started to act more in that wholesome, self-deprecating kind of like, the pussy way of like, yeah, I'm not really sure, I'm not so amazing, whatever. And I lost the real me chasing others. You're gonna learn the lesson that I learned after years of pain, so you may as well just try and learn this from me right now without the scars. When you become a content creator, there will be so much social pressure for you to act in a certain kind of way. For like the entertainment creators, they still get the social pressure, they still get hate comments and stuff, but it's more like, oh yeah, his video's not good, whatever. For us as educational creators, the kind of negative comments we get can be extremely hurtful, because they are about you and your character and your values. And you're gonna get so many comments, and even eventually you're literally gonna get people who make videos about you, who will criticize your beliefs, who will say that you're doing things wrong. And maybe objectively you are, and it's going to be a bit of your self-improvement to change that. But a lot of the time, it's just going to be someone with their own fucking mindset, where if someone tried to convince you that you were wrong in real life, you would be thinking, no, I know that this is the right way. You're the wrong person. But it's quite easy on social media to, when you see a bunch of comments saying, don't be like this, or if you see someone make a video about you saying, he's like this, you want to, I think you get what I mean. It's like you want to almost present yourself to be like one of those good boy inverted cock influencers who are like, yeah, you guys are right, and oh yeah, I'll try it your way, and like this pussy shit, right? Like, I think you understand what I'm talking about here, like that kind of the identity, the personality of the kind of YouTubers who they act all proper wholesome when they get a hate comment, and they're like, oh yeah, you're so right and stuff. And the problem is, you'll start establishing the kind of beliefs and values that you think will cause this growth in business that you want. And so look, this is the huge point I need to make to you right now. If your business is your priority in life, watch out. Chances are, if you're watching this, you're very much like me. You're a masculine, ambitious guy. That means that you are absolutely happy to change yourself for the business and for your goals, right? There's some pussies out there who want the business to be aligned to them and their goals. Like, you get my point. We are sort of outward facing, where we want something and we will do what it takes to get it. If you want business success and it requires for you to speak in a certain kind of way, you would speak in a certain kind of way. As long as you're not completely going against, your core values and stuff, you would, right? We're willing to sort of mold ourselves to what it takes, right? That's why we wake up early. That's why we press record when we don't feel like it. We're willing to work hard for the business. A part of what feels like the hard work for business is your identity, your personality. And so when you get comments from people who are telling you, don't be like that. Oh yeah, Jack is like this. You're starting to think in your mind, okay, maybe I should change myself to be like that, because then more people will watch me and my business will grow, and I'm willing to change myself for my business and for my goals. I think you'd relate to me when I say that if there was a certain kind of personality you needed to adopt to get massive success, most of us guys watching this would actually do it, because we are ambitious, hardworking, goal-orientated men. This is a problem. Like, that's not a good thing in this business model, because people will originally watch you for your unique ideas, for your values, your beliefs, your morals. But eventually you are going to get a ton of people who will disagree with your mindset, which is normal, right? You never thought 100% of people could like you, right? When you think about the type of guys we are, we're like fucking pirates. Like, we swear, and we've got this arrogant, dark, big dick energy. If you're watching this, I assume you're somewhat similar to me. Although, to be fair, there's a lot of pussy, like skinny neck guys who are into philosophy who kind of watch me as well, and they find this shit really weird. I just find that strange. I don't know why the fuck so many soft guys also watch me, but like, I'm aiming this at guys who are similar to me, right? The thing is, we always knew that about 90% of the fucking planet couldn't relate to us or like us, of course, because we're like polarizing people. That's absolutely fine, because it means that, like, the certain percentage of the people will absolutely love us and stay loyal to us. We never wanted this mundane middle of people who are like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. We wanted fucking die-hard cult members. And then also, sometimes, because of that, you also have to have some fucking haters. It's just the way of things. We are polarizing people. So all that to say, like, you expected to have people who disagree with you, right? But when they disagree, there's just something about the nature of like social media comments and people making response videos about you. It will at some point start to convince you to actually change your beliefs. You will, for example, let's say your belief is like, anyone who considers like a degree is retarded. Let's say that's your belief, and you've got like an entrepreneurship YouTube channel. You will see some creator who kind of talks in a wholesome way about degrees, and he's getting a bunch of likes and comments, and you'll start thinking, oh yeah, like, I should talk in a more wholesome way about getting a university degree. What you're not seeing is like the people who would have bought from you are gonna think you're a fucking pussy for randomly just switching up and saying, oh, a degree's not actually that bad, guys. And I literally spot this happening in my students in my program, where I'll get to know them over months and months and months. I know their values, I know their personality, and then I'll see them like act like a bit of a pussy in one video, and I'm like, why did you just change your personality in this video? Is it because you watched someone recently who popped off? And there's been a few times where someone will almost be shocked that I've realized that in their content, like one of my students. And they'll be like, yeah, like I thought maybe I should be a bit nicer towards that group of people that I usually hate on. And so when I call them out on it and I tell them exactly what to do, they end up fixing it. They end up like staying firm in their belief, in their values, and they end up making more progress and getting their first sales. Just like these guys on the screen right now, where you've got 3 students today get their first sales in this exact business model of being an educational content creator. It's the top link in the description. I highly recommend you go and have a look if you haven't already, because if you want to get into this business of being a YouTuber, making money online, being an education content creator or on Instagram, I will personally fucking help you. And it's super fucking easy to get results when you just join the program, turn your brain off and do exactly what it says. So that's the top link if you want to go have a look. So I'm going to give you a piece of advice now, which is the way that I live, and it's going to seem kind of weird. Just don't consume at all. I remember I had a conversation with the entrepreneur who actually made this software that I've got on my computer, which is called School, and his name is Sam Ovens. He's like this big entrepreneur, he's worth hundreds of millions. And I spoke to him once and I asked him a question like, what business books do you think I should read? And he almost smirked as if I was a fucking retard. And he said something like why would you read business books? Well, to learn and, you know, to grow in business. He treated me like his response was as if I was like so unintelligent, where he looked at me and he was like, just work on your business and you'll learn what you have to learn. And because I'm a retard like you are, I didn't listen to him. I thought he was wrong. No, learning and reading books and watching, you know, those business YouTubers, that's a good thing, right? So I kept on doing it. I kept on watching those YouTubers that you probably watch with like business channels, Alex Hormozi and those kinds of people. And I learned a lot. I learned so much, this insight and this insight and this insight. And then, so why did my business go down? There is a devastating problem with consuming content and just being on fucking social media. Because when you look at other influencers, you will start to adopt their values, their beliefs. But you are creating, like through your own content, you create your own sort of ecosystem, like this chamber of your values, your beliefs. When you watch other people, you start including their values and their beliefs inside of your place. And that actually doesn't serve you. It weakens you. Because imagine you've held fast in an idea of whatever your niche is, like, you know, the correct diet to be on to lose weight. Let's say you start watching other influencers, whether that influencer is in the same niche as you and he agrees the same diet that you suggest, or other influencers and they talk about some other diets. It's very likely that some of your opinions will be changed by this, and that will literally weaken your argument. Let's say you are a carnivore diet. So carnivore is like you just eat meat, okay? That's it. You just eat meat for your calories. You say that that's healthy. You're a carnivore diet YouTuber. Let's say you watch another carnivore diet YouTuber's video. And naturally, when you watch videos, what do? You click on the comments and you see this one particular reel or TikTok or whatever from this other influencer get shit on, where everyone is saying that he's wrong and it's unhealthy. And you've seen that a lot, but a little bit of your brain starts to listen to it because it's just social pressure and you don't want to be kicked out of the tribe. And you start seeing these other arguments against your path and you're like, oh yeah. You know, maybe carnivore is like not so good after all. You know, maybe you've got to add some carbs. Yeah. Maybe you see another carnivore influencer and he's just changed his diet and he says, yeah, you know what, guys, wasn't working for me. I've added fucking pasta back to my diet. And you're like, oh yeah, the pasta diet. Yeah, that's the right way. Yeah, probably. You watch another influencer who completely disagrees because you're a fucking content consumer, like a modern day retard. You see the video on your homepage because you don't use any of those like extensions. You keep apps on your fucking phone like a fucking modern day fucking imbecile. You've got YouTube on your phone, right? You've got fucking Instagram on your phone, Twitter on your phone, right? And you're poor. And you're wondering why you're poor. Because you literally have fucking content apps on your phone. I don't. I make more money than you. I'm already retired and I don't have those apps on my phone. Because why the fuck am I going to spend my time fucking consuming? We are drug dealers. We're the ones who sell it. We're not the ones who fucking take it. Like, a girl asked me this, actually. I was on a date with a nice girl. And she asked me like, oh, you know, like, so do I watch content as well? And I said to her, You know how you've heard that those people in software, like Mark Zuckerberg, that they won't let their children use their own apps. Like Mark Zuckerberg won't let his children have a Facebook account, and people who are high up in Apple won't let their children have an iPhone. You know, you've heard that kind of thing before. I don't consume anything. I know you probably don't believe me, because in your fucking peasant consumer mind, it's inconceivable to think someone doesn't consume. I don't have these apps on my phone. There's no one at all, I promise you, that I watch on YouTube anymore. There's no Hamza. Like, if there was a Hamza, I'd watch him. You have Hamza, you watch me, awesome. I know I'm like fucking arrogant as fuck. I'm the one fucking YouTuber I'd tell you to watch. And I'm telling you right now, when I've watched basically every other motherfucker, I've felt like I've learned a lot, but overall it's actually made my business worse. For self-improvement, it's a bit different. There's probably some good self-improvement YouTubers out there. But with business, I'm telling you, I don't consume any business fucking knowledge at all. Every now and then I'll download Instagram to message someone. And I end up scrolling like the average person, okay? But you know one of the things I do, you know how you can click on not interested in those whores who post onto Instagram with their ass and everything? I click on not interested in the business fucking content, like the content about content creation. You know, the people who say like, oh, here's how to grow on YouTube, here's how to make money online, Alex Mosey. I click fucking not interested in those motherfuckers, because I'm telling you right now, please just fucking trust me when I say that will make your business fucking worse. Trust me. It will literally, like, consuming business content makes your business worse. It's better that you consume and learn about your niche. So if your niche is carnivore diets, you don't spend any time watching like how to grow on YouTube, unless it's from me. I know that's so biased, but I know it sounds like such an asshole, but I'm telling you, it's just the truth. If you just fucking literally don't watch anyone on YouTube when it comes to business other than me, you will make progress. Join the fucking program, you'll make progress. Turn your fucking brain off. And then your learning time should be on the niche. But even then, I'd be like a little bit careful with that. The reason why I don't want you to spend any time listening to any of this like business advice is because it will change the way that you conduct your own business. And also, I don't really want you to consume content on your niche on social media, because it will change the advice that you give. When you see all this fucking haze of the fucking internet information overload, it will make you worse at business, the actual business components, but also worse at just sticking to your niche and the in-depth knowledge. So here's the thing, you want to know what I consume? I read offline. No fucking comments. No, this guy responded to this guy and this, like, you fucking have a mental illness. All of us have mental illnesses because of how fucking hazy the internet makes your brain. I read offline. So if you are a carnivore diet YouTuber, go and get books on the carnivore diet, and it's offline. I still don't even go on like social media forum pages. I don't even go on fucking tweets or anything. I read books on my niche, and that's the only thing I do. And I swear to God, my recent videos are the best videos I've ever made in my fucking life. The quality, like the fucking value of the advice we put in here, is fucking insane. You know why? Because I have not, for the last like months, watched any YouTube videos. Literally, think about that. I'm usually the guy who tells you to learn for 5 hours a day. I now finally feel like I've stopped this bullshit of just content consumption. Because look, this is the problem. When you consume content, whether it's the sort of meta content on how you can improve as an educational content creator into business, whatever, like Alex Mosey style videos, or you watch niche videos, which is on your niche so you can be better at teaching it, like for example, NoFap videos, because you teach NoFap as well. I'm telling you, it will literally make you worse at both. What's better is you just read books on that topic, and when I make the video, which is on business, and I'm telling you, I know it's biased, but when I make the video or you join my program, that's the only time you should learn about business. I hear this from so many of my fucking students where they're like, I finally just listened to Hamza when he said this. I thought he was being weird when he told me to not listen to anyone else. But when I stopped watching everyone else and I just did what Hamza said, I started getting sales. It's that simple. I swear to God, my educational content creator advice, like my business advice, is the best I've ever fucking seen on any fucking YouTube channel, any program. I've bought many of the programs available. I'm telling you, this is the way. Even though it sounds crazy what I'm saying, it's like, oh, don't get a widespread education from multiple people. The guys I'm seeing get the best results. They've got one source of information and they just fucking live in the world. The worst thing that you could do is be a fucking what would be even a good word for, what's a good insult that I can give you right now? Be a fucking like, just compulsive content creator, where you're just fucking, you wake up and you're on Instagram and you're checking the comments on Alex Samosi's fucking Instagram reel. Then you go onto the YouTube and you're watching something whilst you eat your fucking chicken and rice after your workout or something. That's gonna make you a worse creator, because naturally you're gonna see all these debates online which you think would help you, but they're actually going to infiltrate your mind and weaken your belief in your own arguments. What you need to do is basically be more offline and just read books on your niche, and also talk about your niche to people you meet. So if you are the carnivore diet YouTuber, you go out into the world and you speak to people. Oh yeah, I do YouTube. Oh yeah, I teach carnivore diet. And oh yeah, it's this diet really helped me. That's where you only eat meat. And you're saying this to a girl and she argues, wait, what? No vegetables? Oh yeah, vegetables are fucking poison. It turns out all the fat doctors were lying to us again and whatever. That's a great way for you to like live your niche and to have conversations with people and to get new ideas. The danger is when you are just active on social media, you'll see all these comments that will shit on people like you, including you, and your belief in your own niche, in your own arguments will get weaker. And also here's another problem of watching other creators. You'll start to act more like them. If you, like for example, when I used to watch Alex Hamosi and these entrepreneurs, I tried to like act more like them, and it would ruin my business every time. I watched so many hours of business content, for this channel and for my own business. And it literally made my business worse because I was getting advice from like 10 different places. It was the same for me for fitness. I watched so much fitness content and I made more progress when I turned my fucking brain off and just trained hard in the gym, rather than doing these gay fucking Jeff Nippard exercises where you're like a fucking monkey on top of the machine, like doing this because this is the most optimal way for you to train your fucking back. Fuck you. As soon as I stopped consuming all content in fitness, I made more gains. As soon as I started consuming more content in business, my fucking business finally started to go back up again. You've got to very much limit the input that's coming into your mind from content, and also the comments on that content. And above all, do not change your mind publicly. That's one of the worst things you can do in this business model, even though, again, it sounds really wholesome. When I was more of a retard, I would read these comments and I would take them to heart. And imagine I've been, talking about a certain piece of advice, like self-improvement should be like this, whatever. And some of the comments would be disagreeing with me, and some of them would have a ton of likes. And other people would make videos about me saying, oh, he's this, he's that. And because I was a fucking retard, I would take it to heart, like you will eventually do. And that's the worst thing you can do, is like listen to the criticism of others. And like with your friends, with your brothers, that's different. That's like a masculine sort of self-improvement thing with people who know you. But with just, like other people making videos for you, they're not making it for your fucking self-improvement. They're making it because they want to get views. When people comment, it's not because they're really trying to help you. It's because you've triggered some fucking emotion inside of them, right? But I would listen to these. I would change my own values, my behaviors. And because I had updated my beliefs, I would make a video explaining the new mindset because, hey guys, I'm a pussy little faggoty fucking content creator. I listen to you guys. I'm wholesome. Please love me. Please click on the like button. I was wrong. I was wrong is such a attractive statement to say on social media. You know what I mean, right? This like social media influencer thing where the fitness influencers like to show you pictures of them when they're fat. Like, oh, hey guys, just being realistic. Look at me, I'm a fat fuck like you guys. Hee, I'm a fucking loser like you. And it's like the authentic creators. Oh, hey guys, I'm a fucking pussy like you guys. People like, what I'm saying is, in the content creator space, you see a lot of people who are quite self-deprecating and they admit mistakes, right? Oh yeah, I made a mistake. Guess what? That's not good for business. The people who are telling you to admit mistakes and say when you're wrong, they are what I call buddies. There's two types of viewers. You need to understand this. There are two types of viewers. There are buddies and there are customers. The buddies are people who will never buy from you. They're just fucking content consumers. And they're the people who will call you out and they want to see you make like an apology video. They want to see you, mention like, oh, you've changed your beliefs. Oh yeah, you guys were right. I was reading your comments and I was actually wrong. Guess what? You don't give a shit about buddies. It's the customers we care about because this is a business. And guess what? Do you think customers want to see you admit that you're wrong? You think, yeah, of course, because, it's a sign of intelligence. No, motherfucker. Customers do not ever want to see you think or change your beliefs or admit you were wrong. They never want to see that because they will lose trust in you. The thing is, most people, including even the customers, are not intelligent enough to understand that someone who can admit his mistakes and update his beliefs over the long term is actually someone who's a higher capability of a person. Most people don't understand that. Most people are at level 1 thinking, where if you say I was wrong, they'll be like, oh yeah, he's worse. Do you get what I mean here? You've got to understand the retardation of the masses. Most people, including even customers, like for some reason, I'm telling you this is the fucking truth, they will lose respect for you when you do the bigger thing, which is admit you're wrong. Now here's the thing, the world will fucking convince you that when you admit you're wrong and you update your beliefs and you learn and you change your beliefs from what you used to talk about 3 months ago, most people will convince you that that's a good thing and they'd like you more. It's a fucking lie. Don't fucking fall for it. Please just trust me on this. I fell for it. I listened to these fucking retards who were like, oh, be more humble, act like this, admit your mistakes, say when you're wrong. And when I would change my mind, people hated me more because it's like, oh, he's changed his mind. Motherfuckers will tell you, oh, you change your mind, you're wrong on this. When you change your mind, the same people will get uninterested in you. Can you tell why? If you're good at fucking, if you're red-pilled, you'll know why. When a girl messages you, oh, you're such an asshole, do you need to change anything about yourself? Like imagine if there's a girl you're consistently pounding and every now and then she calls you an asshole. Do you really need to change anything? No. When these motherfuckers are watching your videos and they are commenting, do you need to change anything? Does what they say, the words that they write on your content, does it even matter? The fact that they are watching you, the fact that they are commenting on your videos is already proof that they are like literally boosting your business. Why would you change the thing that is getting you the result that you wanted? It's because we read their fucking comments. Do you understand this weird tip? Because I'm telling you, attracting beta males is the same as attracting women. Beta males are these consumers, right? It's the fucking truth. I'm telling you right now, the people who will comment and tell you, oh, you're wrong, they are watching you. They are boosting your fucking business. And when you admit, oh guys, I was wrong and this comment was right, you think that person would watch you more. But guess what that person's gonna do? He's gonna go watch the next influencer who's wrong and watch him instead to tell him, yeah, you're wrong. It's just like the girl who's saying to the guy, oh, you're an asshole. If you start being a nice guy all of a sudden, she'll start fucking you. She'll start fucking someone else and say to him, oh, you're an asshole. And she'll stay fucking the guy who stays as an asshole because that's the version of him that she was attracted to. You've got to, this is why with most people, you have to not listen to the words they say and look at their fucking actions. Someone is watching you. They are consuming your content. They're boosting you on the algorithm. The words that they comment saying, you've got too much conviction. You're too arrogant. You're wrong about this. The fact they're fucking commenting means you've got what you wanted from them. The moment you change to align yourself to these fucking people, I'm telling you, they literally go and watch other people then because they're looking for someone who triggers that fucking emotion inside of them. So above all, don't fucking change your mind. Don't change your beliefs. When people, they will make you believe. I fucking fell for it. Like you probably have seen my own channel and stuff. I fell for it. The same motherfuckers for so long were saying, oh, you're arrogant, you're this, you're this. My channel was growing like fucking crazy. The moment I listened to these fucking losers, all the fucking losers stopped watching me because they wanted an arrogant alpha male motherfucker to watch. And when I turned that personality of mine down, they stopped watching. It's that simple. It sounds fucking brutal, but this is the same with a girl. Imagine all the time you've been with a girl and she's like, oh, you're so selfish. Oh, you're an asshole. You're this, you're this, you're this. You're a dick, whatever. But she's fucking and sucking you. The moment you stop acting like that, she will go find the next guy to say the same thing to. Do you understand the weird lesson here? And the world will convince you that if you're the bigger guy who admits his mistakes, that everyone will respect you more. They won't. They will not. They'll lose trust in you. Have you seen why some of the biggest influencers of all time don't ever have like an apology video? Or when you have an apology video, what happens after an influencer makes an apology video? Their shit goes down. They thought it'd go up, but it goes down because after they've apologized, everyone's like, oh yeah, see, he was wrong. If he doubled down on the thing that people were hating on, saying, no, I thought it was funny, I think racist jokes are funny or whatever. It's like, I think a bit of racism's healthy. They would have fucking popped off more. It's not about being right. It's about doing what fucking grows your fucking business, right? It's not about listening to the words of the fucking consumers. It's about doing what grows your fucking business. The biggest influencers that you probably know of right now, you're thinking of a few, notice how they subtly kind of move away from these accusations that they're wrong and they stay centered. They don't make this apology video. They just kind of slightly change the advice, or they kind of don't mention that bit of advice that was like wrong. They don't mention it a little bit anymore. That's what you've got to do. You've got to intelligently maneuver this. If when you admit, yeah, guys, I was wrong, all of the viewers, this is the brutal thing, the buddies and the customers watch it thinking, this guy's a bit of a bitch, he's wrong, I can't trust him. People don't, this is so weird, you've got to understand, people's trust, especially the consumers, their trust does not increase when you admit you're wrong and you change your beliefs. It goes down, even though imagine in like a good relationship, imagine like with friends, right? Imagine me and you were very close friends and you did something that was wrong and you come up and you apologize, Hamza, I'm so sorry, that was wrong. That would make me respect you more and like you more in real life. But on the internet, people are fucking retarded. It doesn't work the same way. Please take this lesson. I've lost like $1 million because I was such a fucking retard to listen to the fucking consumers. Whatever is getting you the views, the sales, the followers, the comments, that is what they want. Now, of course, don't be silly and take this to an extreme and start like shitting on camera or something because it'll get you engagement or something, of course. But that, like, just please take this fucking lesson and don't fall for it like I did. If you have to change your mind about something, let's say you are objectively wrong about something, do not ever give the credit to the people who called you out. You take the credit. With excitement. It's not, oh guys, apology video, I was wrong, you was right, which basically you're saying, yep, stop watching me and go watch someone who's actually got a pair of fucking balls. Instead you say, hey guys, I discovered a new tactic, a new way of things. Do you see the difference? One is I was wrong and you may as well not watch me anymore. That's what it comes across as. The other one is I discovered a new way to do things, and it's the way that you've been shitting on all this time, but you repackage it, you repurpose it, right? So let's say if all this time, I don't know why, for some reason you've been saying that protein is unhealthy. It's not, but let's just say there's some retard who's been saying that, yeah, protein is unhealthy. And let's say he starts getting a bit of traction because people are like, oh, interesting, yeah, protein is unhealthy. But some people are like, no, that's dangerous advice. Protein is healthy and you're telling people not to eat it. That's really bad. Let's say eventually this guy actually realizes, oh yeah, protein is healthy, it's pretty required. If he says, oh, you know what, guys, I was wrong, protein's healthy, everyone is going to leave. Think about it. Those guys who will argue with him saying protein is healthy, they've done their job. They're not, what would they stay and watch for? He was triggering them so they were watching and engaging. Now they'll go over to the next person that they want to battle with. And all of his fans who agreed protein was unhealthy, they're going to hate this motherfucker now because he changed his mind. He thought, oh yeah, this is the bigger thing. I'll seem really intelligent for admitting my mistakes. But now everyone fucking hates him. The people who liked him, the people who don't like him, stop watching. But if he, instead of making an apology video, oh, I was wrong, if he says, oh, I found an exciting way for you, to improve your health, and it's to eat fish. Oh, I wonder why. Yeah, because it's got protein in it. But he won't talk about, yeah, it's protein. He'll say, yeah, because fish is different. You see, like animal protein is really unhealthy, but fish isn't protein. It's got this other thing. And he creates the fucking name for it. Oh, it's got the power of Zeus, the Sea King or some shit. That would literally fucking sell. He would literally fucking maintain these guys. He'd trigger those motherfuckers who are actually intelligent. He'd trigger them. They'd be like, what the fuck you on about? It's protein. It's not the power of Zeus or whatever. But they're fucking commenting. So if you ever find yourself where you actually are wrong, never fucking do the good boy thing where you admit your mistakes, apology video, some bullshit like that. Fucking stand firm, and if you have to change a bit of your advice, do it in this exciting way where it's like you've discovered this new thing and you give it your own name, your own protocol, your own framework. Never ever fucking come to the camera and say, yep, I'm incompetent and you should basically just watch someone else. Never do that. You've got to hold frame. Holding frame is basically when you have a certain mindset, a certain belief, and a girl will challenge that. So if you go on a date, or let's say you speak to a girl, and you have this belief like, yeah, I'm the fucking G, I'm like a guy, I'm a like attractive guy, whatever. And then let's say she kind of shit tests you a little bit. She kind of says like, you know, she looks at you a little bit like that, or she's like, yeah, really? Or what, you know, she's basically testing if you're attractive, if you are that guy. And you hold frame. If she says something a little bit mean to you, you act exactly the same as you were before, the sort of cocky, funny kind of attitude that girls like. After she's tried it a few times, she's in bed with you. It's the same with views, comments, response videos. People will comment shit and you need to hold frame, which is like basically your frame of reality, your beliefs. You need to just keep them there. That's it. Even when someone tries to throw rocks at your belief and says, no, that's wrong, you're like, nope, I don't give a fuck. This is the truth. People are going to challenge your beliefs. Even if you are objectively right, people will challenge it. Think about it. What are some things that are objectively correct? Sleep is healthy. But when you make a channel which is, yeah, here's how I prioritize sleep, some motherfuckers will literally challenge you and throw rocks at you saying, yeah, sleep's not that important. You're gonna have to hold frame, even if you're like the thing you're talking about is completely true. Now, here's the thing. If the thing you're talking about is a bit more subjective and it's a bit more like biased, like for example, my views on dating, right? It might not objectively in the universe be correct. So, of course, you're going to get more people who will disagree with you. And when that happens, you need to hold frame because that's the way that you attract the girl. That's the way that you attract the viewer. Like above all, do not change your mind. Do not ever make the apology video. Do not ever say you were wrong. Do not ever apologize for that kind of thing. Spin it in this very manipulative, this PR, there's like, you know, the sort of PR marketing tactic where instead of admitting you were wrong, excitedly come to your followers and say you've discovered the right thing and that you were never wrong before, but this is the new version of your protocol or something. That's the way that you maintain the love of your fans and you also keep triggering those people who are hating on you. Now, the final bit of this video, I just want to explain to you, how should you get feedback? Because we've said, okay, comments are fucking useless for you to read. They're worse than useless. Think about that. Comments are not just the, you know, reading comments on your videos. It's not just that it's a waste of time. It can literally steer you so far away from where you should have went. So I would genuinely suggest you do not read comments ever again. Get the extensions on your computer and delete the apps off your phone. Don't look at the comments on your Instagram, whatever, because it's just so easy to feel hurt when someone disagrees with you and you start thinking, yeah, maybe I should listen to these fucking retards. Just don't look at the comments. The problem becomes, how can you get some feedback on your videos, right? Because feedback's quite important. How can you tell which videos are, you know, really liked, what videos they need? And this all comes down to your customers. So wait till you make a program. When you've made a program and you've got at least 20 sales, so this will take you a little while, like months from now, 20 sales, then ask your customers. I don't really ask my viewers on YouTube anything anymore because I've found that their advice and their sort of input is fucking garbage. But the input of my customers is fucking awesome. Why? Because you may as well ask your customers so you can get more people like them. So if you're like, the concept of today's video was like, yeah, just don't even fucking listen to anyone on social media, including your own viewers. But you want a bit of feedback. You want to hear from, like, you know, some people if they like your video, what you could improve on. And I would say wait till you get customers, then ask them. Get 20 customers first. Make sure it's not just a couple because you might get one customer and he says, oh yeah, I like this thing, which actually most of your customers wouldn't because you just don't have the sample size yet. Wait till you've got like 20 customers, start DMing them. Like what I do is I have like a system where I run like a poll and I ask them what videos they want to see and I ask them what personality that they like in me and those kinds of things, like this autistic level, so I can appeal to my customers, not just to the fucking vague social media bullshit where, you know, someone's kind of watching you but not and they're a bit of a hater, whatever. All of these systems that I mentioned, like the step-by-step entire part of this like entire business is all available inside of this program that I made, which is a fucking steal, by the way. It's too cheap, so I should be increasing the price. So the top link in the description will take you over there. Click and watch this video. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah.